contributed to its success. For the last 2 days, we have surveyed the shifting landscape of risk that now defines our world. We have drawn lessons from recent storms, both literal and metaphorical. We have charted the vulnerabilities that remain. More so, we have forged a conviction that resilience can no longer remain a postscript to crisis. It is the architecture upon which global tourism must be built. With those remarks, it is now my privilege and honor to invite our Prime Cabinet Secretary, His Excellency Musalia Mudavadi, to address us and close this forum. I respectfully request that we all stand and invite him with a hand clap.
Thank you. Please be seated. Cabinet Secretary for Tourism, Cabinet Ministers present from our friendly and sister countries, the PSS, captains of the tourism sector, ladies and gentlemen. I am privileged to address you during this closing ceremony of the 4th Global Tourism Resilience Day Conference and Expo that coincides with the Global Tourism Resilience Day. I believe you have enjoyed being in Kenya and had interactions with our people. I know you have had fruitful deliberations on tourism resilience during these 2 days. Tourism in Kenya remains growth. It creates jobs, helps to preserve our culture, and protects our wildlife and environment. It also builds bridges among our people, regional and international communities. Yet tourism is one of the most vulnerable sectors to global shocks such as pandemics, climate change, geopolitical pressures, and economic uncertainty. Ladies and gentlemen, the COVID-19 pandemic reminded us that resilient tourism. Let us join hands to build systems that can withstand disruption, adapt swiftly, and recover sustainably. Under the leadership of His Excellency President William Ruto, we have embraced tourism resilience as a national priority. Currently, we are investing in diversified tourism products, expanding beyond traditional wildlife safaris to include cultural tourism, ecotourism, MICE tourism, sports tourism, gastronomy tourism, and digital innovation in travel services. Additionally, we are committed to strengthening public-private partnerships, enhancing sustainability standards to protect our natural heritage, from the iconic savannas of the Masai Mara to our pristine coastline along the Indian Ocean. We are also building capacity for crisis preparedness, data-driven decision-making, and climate adaptation. As we progress with this narrative of tourism resilience, let us keep in mind that resilience means inclusion. Therefore, we should ensure that local communities, youth entrepreneurs, women-led enterprises, and small businesses are fully incorporated. The role of governments is to link them to financing, technology, and global markets. Further, I call upon you present here today to collaborate, since solitary action is as good as mute. The exchange of knowledge among nations represented here today has been inspiring. We have seen how innovation, policy coherence, and resilience, investing in resilience, crisis response, data-driven defense, vulnerability into opportunity. As we consider resilience today, the conference and expo, I urge each one of us to prioritize young entrepreneurs, women-led enterprises, and small businesses. Here, three key commitments come to mind. One, the need to mainstream resilience into every tourism policy and investment decision. Two, the imperative of accelerating climate action within the tourism sector. And three, to strengthen global partnerships that will enable shared learning and coordinated responses to crisis. For Kenya, we are ready and committed to continue working with all partners of tourism, resilience organizations, governments, academia, and the private sector to advance a tourism sector that is sustainable, inclusive, and future-ready. Allow me to extend our sincere gratitude to the Resilience and Crisis Management Center in Jamaica. Organizers, sponsors made this conference a success. In conclusion, I beseech you all, as you depart from Kenya, to carry with you the outcomes of this conference. Yes, but also an unbendable resolve to build a prosperous tourism sector with unshakable shock absorbers. Before I leave the podium, let me take this opportunity to appreciate the efforts of the Ministry of Tourism, led by Rebecca Miano, giving it a solid profile. The figures, as I was telling her, are looking good. In 2023, tourism earned us about 268 billion Kenya shillings. By end of 2024, the figures that have come through indicate that it rose to about 452 billion Kenya shillings. That is a rise of about 65 to 68% in terms of revenues. And we have also seen more international tourists. I think we got about 2.4 million from the international arena. And the target is to hit 5.5 million by next year, end of next year. So that is a very good trajectory, and we want to assure all the practitioners in this sector that we remain committed to developing our tourist sector to its full potential. I also want to thank all our guests who have been here. Thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing your experiences with us. I will definitely look at the book from somebody who has been in public service for 50 years. Unbelievable. Well done, and definitely you have made a big contribution to the whole space of tourism. So with these remarks, let me wish you safe travels as you go back home and welcome you again to Kenya. Thank you. God bless you, and the forum is closed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Prime Cabinet Secretary. And just before you take your seat, sir, we have a request to just take 3